I'm looking for one sound. Okay, good morning everyone. Welcome to the program. This is a Diana White Show live, and it is Wednesday, so we have Wellness Wednesday, but we have lots of things to talk about that might just affect your wellness. How about that? But anyway, I wanted you to think about today exceedingly and abundant blessings from God, because that's what He promised. Okay? So if you love yourself and you do all the things that you're supposed to do, you will get that divine, exceedingly, abundantly blessings that's coming to you. But you got to believe it. You got to love yourself, and you got to know who you are and what you want out of life. You can't just sit there and expect God to drop it in your lap without you taking any action. Because action speaks louder than what? Words? Yeah. Want you to think about that today. And don't forget Mark 11:22 on. Always something for you to read every single day to remind yourself about what you're praying for, what you're asking for, and do you truly believe that you're going to have it? Because if you do, then you'll have it. If not, and just get rid of the hate thing like the Republicans. I'm tired of the hate thing. The hate thing is tremendous. So let me kind of bring Dax in here now and see what. Hey Dax, let me bring you in. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Diana?
I'm very, very good. I always tell people I'm good, and they get annoyed with me, Dax, because they're like, "You're always good," but I'm always good. I'm seriously, I am always good. Even if something is falling down on me, I'm good.
Years ago, I learned about this idea of self-referral versus object referral. And that basically is a concept very simple. It says, from inside, I refer to how I feel.
Right.
So that's self-referral. Whereas object referral is that things outside of me affect how I feel. And it is a huge difference if we allow ourselves to feel good based on the things happening outside of ourselves. The objects around us indicate how we should feel, or we feel from the self that I feel good, therefore I'm good. And that is a huge difference, and I definitely agree with you. I prefer to operate from self-referral, and I am good.
Okay, hallelujah. I love that, because seriously, people, kind of let everything affect them. They get up today and there's something not going right, and they just allow that to steal the joy for the entire day. I am not into that rhythm, and I'm not getting into that rhythm. I'm not wanting to be in that rhythm at all. Okay?
The government shut down. I'm so worried about it. Why?
Why? What does it do for you, your everyday life? It doesn't affect you every day. Yes, if you have Head Start. Yes, if you're getting certain benefits. Maybe. It's not affecting Social Security benefits. It's not affecting you if you're a vet because you're still getting your paycheck. Yeah, it might affect a few services and stuff, but why are you going to stress? Stressing yourself will kill you faster than what the government is doing. But I seriously want to ask about, because last night I was watching Rachel Maddow, and it's always good to see what Republicans have been saying since 2009. Now remember, 2009 was before 2010 midterm elections where Obama said he got a shellacking? Yes. But if you go back and you look, the Republicans' plan the entire time, even before that election, was we will shut the government down. How long did it take them? 09, 10, 11, 12, 13. How many years is that? 4. So it took them 4 years to get their plan. Did you see how joyful they were when the government shut down at midnight? I was up because I'm a news junkie. So I was up watching them come out of the chambers laughing and acting like they got a birthday present for shutting down the goddamn government. And I'm wondering, are these guys for real, or are they just little children seeking power, and once they get that power they just kick it to your ass? I'm serious. I just could not believe these grown-ass men were behaving like little children. And then Eric Cantor yesterday sent out a tweet with all 8 white men without their jackets, white shirt, in their ties, sitting at a long conference table. And his point was, no Democrats up the other side. Hello? How infantile is that? I'm like, don't these guys have a job to do? And guess what? They're still getting paid, remember?
I think for me, all of this is a reminder just to realize that even if you lost your job, if you're not working today because the government shut down, it's a reminder that we are the government, that we need to govern ourselves accordingly, and that at this stage, the reason for which the government shutdown is taking place, which is Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act, which are one and the same. Just don't let nobody fool you up. It's the same thing. That act, unfortunately, it has the best of intentions, but it will not provide any type of relief for sick people. It will not improve our health and as a nation. And even though I am a supporter of President Obama, I don't support the Affordable Care Act because I don't believe that a broken system can get better by making it even bigger. The system didn't work in the first place. It will not work any better as you make it bigger and have the government more involved in it. The intention is wonderful, but the ability for it to produce solutions, I don't believe it can. And in fact, rather than just criticizing it, I do have a solution, and my solution is that we need to start paying attention to loving ourselves, to drinking more water, to breathing deeply, to eating more basic fruits and vegetables, whole foods. And as simplistic as that might seem, I can tell you, if somebody is interested, I can go step by step to show you how this can literally allow you to take control over your life and stop feeling, helpless and as a pawn in the system, being led by your nose, being frustrated by the behavior of the government officials, and just feeling helpless and hopeless.
Well, we must agree to disagree. I, for one, Obamacare and all the glitches that they're complaining about yesterday, hello, if we had no glitches, that means no one would be online looking about the Healthcare Act, okay? Now they're calling it ACA for short. Obamacare, Affordable Care Act, ACA, same thing. So I listened to some people, and for me, it's not about me. It's about the people out there who are dependent. No matter what you're going to do about them, they're going to be dependent, okay? 40 million people, we're told, don't have insurance, so they use emergency rooms as their physician, their primary care physician, yeah? So the president's intention is to help those people. I don't know why all of us, other people, are worried about it, because if you have your own health care and you're happy, shut up. If you have Medicare, you're already on government assistance, so shut up, okay? But everyone seems to be finding out only the negative things about it and escalating those, and the Republicans are lying about it because they're telling people that they can repeal it, which they can't because it's already law, all the way up to the Supreme Court. So, here we are. We have Obamacare. How can we make it better? Because I don't care what we do in this world, how wealthy I become or you, Dax, become, there will be people who are poor who just don't have that drive in them. They just don't. You go back to the Bible and it's there, okay? So How do we take care of those people without those people coming to knock my door down or those people going to the emergency room? Here comes Obamacare. Here comes the Affordable Care Act. But we don't need all the Republican factions to be trying to blocking it, like our governor in Florida, who's trying to block it by not opening up the clinics and for people to go in and teach the people about the thing. Allow people to get in. Allow people to use the service. If it doesn't work, okay, we have elections, right? And elections are meant to get rid of certain things that don't work. But you have to go through the process because it's already law. So why are we wasting time on all the negatives and, all the lying of these Republicans? And Ted Cruz, anyone notice he's just MIA? He's made stir up all the trouble. Like those bullies at school, they stir up trouble and when you face them, they run. Yeah. So that's where I'm at with Obamacare. But what I want to know is how does something like this healthcare thing affect your business or the weight loss business or the wellness business in general? Will it affect it? Will it not?
Well, no, it doesn't, because the people who believe in healthcare and have healthcare already realize that weight loss is important and will improve their health, so they come and see us. The people who are looking for insurance but can't get it yet will come and see us because they realize that losing weight will improve their health. So, we're not offering an alternative to healthcare. We're in no way affected by healthcare because we actually believe in wellness, and wellness is about your daily choices. So healthcare is based on disease and having the money to cure diseases or treat diseases.
Treat, because they really don't cure anything.
Right. And our business is based on educating people to create wellness in their life so that this does not exist and that their need for insurance is less. But obviously there's no such thing as absolute anything.
No.
My point is to say we as individuals need to take more responsibility. No matter how poor you are, you can still drink more water. No matter how poor you are, you can still make better food options for food choices.
Right.
And in fact, being poor is based on the belief that you are poor. And if you realize, and again, I repeat, this situation with the government is an opportunity for individuals to rethink their position as a human being in terms of who they're relying on and why should they rely on anybody. I'm not about, no, don't take care of poor people. A welfare system is absolutely necessary. What we've done is said, rather than, hey, we're going to take care of the poor, we're going to give the poor, bring the poor into this system of paying in and being a part of what is a broken medical system. And that is the point I want to be very clear about, Diana. I really feel the health care system in America has big problems.
Major.
So if you're getting insurance to become a part of the healthcare system, then you are getting insurance to be a part of the big problem.
Right.
And that is the thing that I want to make sure I express and convey that people, all I invite them to do is rethink it. Do you believe that insurance is providing better health for you in the long run? Or do you realize that insurance is part of the reason why people continue to be sick and take medications and have treatments that do not provide adequate results in the long run?
Okay, so personal responsibility, loving who you are, and yes, I do believe in the personal responsibility part and the I love me part, because if you get up every day and you decide to eat the things that you know are going to make you sick, and you get big and you just sit and you just continue to get, who's that really hurting? Isn't it just you? it's really just you, right?
And we have a healthcare system that says, hey, you know, those things don't matter. You really just need to go to your doctor and let him run a few tests, and he'll find the right prescription for you. And if you take it religiously and you come back next week and come back next month, you're gonna be okay. When your body aches, when your whole, you know, energy level is low, when you don't feel well, and you continue to just put band-aids on it, when it's not about stop eating, you know, it's not about, you know, starving yourself or exercising more. It's really about understanding what your body needs when it needs it, but you have to start with being willing to love yourself and pay attention to yourself.
Okay, I want to talk about something that I mentioned earlier this week about canned foods, because there was an article talking about things you buy that you really don't need, like extended warranties and canned soups. Because, you know, a lot of us, we listen to the hurricane warnings and we go and buy up all these canned foods and we have it in our closet for 2 years and we never use it, kind of thing. But then I thought to myself, okay, there are one set of people telling, I don't drink canned soup, okay? I'd rather just whip up something in a pot and drink it, my own soup. But okay, some people like their canned soup because they're lazy, they don't want to be bothered, they just open the can and pour it in the pot and warm it up and eat it. Okay, fine. But have you also considered other canned foods that people are telling you are the best things in can? And I know, Dax, you must be knowing some of the ones I'm going to call out. Sardines, number one. Oh, if you listen to Dr. Weil, you'll be eating a can of sardines every day. Okay, then you have tuna in the can, then you have corned beef in the can, and if you're from Jamaica and you're like me, who my mother every single trip used to give me corned beef sandwiches and made me hate corned beef and hate sandwiches for the rest of my life. Seriously, she did. Every trip we had, corned beef sandwiches when all the other kids are carrying their chicken and their rice and peas. I am with my corned beef sandwich, okay? So, what are your thoughts on the whole sardine, corned beef, tuna, and salmon in the can? Because we're being told that if you eat the canned salmon, it's just as good as eating the fresh one. So, what's your take on it?
Okay, so the food has a certain amount of life in it.
Okay.
Food should.
It should. Okay. All right.
And while there is certain amounts of nutrients that can be held in a food that has been canned, tests have shown that the level of energy is much less in food that has been canned than in fresh foods.
Okay.
To have a tin of bully beef.
How did I know you were going to call it that? I knew you were going to say bully beef, you know. Corned beef, thank you.
Right. To have some corned beef, tin salmon, tin tuna, tin chicken, tin whatever it is, in event of an emergency, it's not the worst thing you could do. You know, it's, of course the kids have to eat, you have to eat, there's no shops to go to, you may not have electricity. This is something to consider in an emergency.
Alrighty.
But to live on this stuff.
And people actually do, Dax. That's what I'm talking about. They actually do live on it. Seriously.
And I'm saying part of the problem is that they don't know better, because if I watch TV, I believe that taking up a Pepto-Bismol, taking antacid, and then going out and eating my corn dogs or my hamburger was actually an intelligent way to live. That I think is criminal. I think that there should be a law against telling somebody to eat food that is hurting them, that clearly your body is rejecting the food. The ad go as far as to show the food beating up the person?
Yes, yes, yes.
Is your food beating you up? and then, no, take a Tums, and antacid is going to release relieve the feelings of this food beating you up. And I'm saying to you, that does not make sense. You are misleading the public in believing that somehow the food is fine and it's your stomach that needs to relax and just eat this food, when in fact your stomach is saying, please do not put that in me, it is terrible.
Help me, help me.
Exactly.
Seriously. Yeah, so I just wanted to clear that up, because I know if you, as you said, watch television, you think that, okay, every issue I have, there's a medication, but then when I listen to the side effects of those medications, I'm going, why would I want to take it?
There is acne medication that will hurt your liver. There's things they're selling for your skin that they tell you will kill you. And I can tell you that if you have acne and you want to get rid of it, drink more water. And that sounds so simple, but I'm telling you, I have my kids, I see them, I give them the advice, and it works. I didn't invent this stuff. This is the stuff your grandmother would tell you, and that in the third world countries, they don't have access to all of these things. They're not as obese, they have less disease, they have greater health, they have longer life, so we need to really wake up and stop being so misled. And I'm saying today, in what's going on with the government, in what's going on with the economy, in what's going on in life, to me it's a big trumpet that's sounding to say, hey guys, hold on, do you really want to continue down this path, or do you want to stop? Take a deep breath, drink some water, start eating healthy foods, relaxing and not getting caught up in all of the stress and anxiety around us. Israel and Palestine will continue fighting.
Yes.
Syria is destroying its own people. And all of these things are great, very important things that I should worry about. But I have to ask the question, what can I do about it at this stage? And all I can do is give them love. That as I take care of myself and give love out into the atmosphere, that this love somehow can change people's minds, wake people up and have them take more responsibility.
Okay, my special guest inside the Diana Wright Show this morning is Dax Dunn, and it is Wellness Wednesday. We thank you for joining us from around the world and in the United States, and little by little, we'll get there. I'm going to take a break and come back in just a moment as we have Dax here with us. Okay, we take a break and come back in just a moment. Hello everyone, this is a season of giving, and I'm asking you to consider one of your gifts to be Deadly Negligence, written by yours truly, Diana Wright. A story that will give you hope, make you mad, shock you sometimes, but is bound to increase your faith and make you believe in miracles again. So please, give Deadly Negligence as a gift, as the gifting season begins to heat up. I am depending on you to do this for me. Thank you so much, and be the proud person to give a gift of the book Deadly Negligence. It's available on Amazon.com and on my website DianaWrightTV.webs.com. Thank you so much for my viewers around the world and in the United States. Be blessed. Okay, all right, we're back, and we're going to bring Dax back in here to us. Okay, Dax, we're back, and I want to find out and just talk a little bit about how responsible for your own health care. Should we be saying that? You should be responsible for your own health care? Is that
Absolutely.
what I should be saying to people?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I even have a phrase for it.
Okay. I didn't even know that. Let's go.
Assurance.
What is it?
Wellness assurance.
Okay. Wellness assurance.
I am assuring my health and longevity based on my daily activity. That there is nothing more important than the choices you make on a daily basis that will determine your long-term health and your long-term wellness.
Right.
That no matter how much money you put aside, if you do not pay attention to the daily choices you're making, how you choose to handle stress, how much water you're giving your body, how much sleep you're getting each night, what type of foods you're eating and the quality of those foods, then all the money in the world will be useless. You know, my mom is working with some older folks to help them with managing their bills and some stuff, and you know, she said the lady had $3 million. And I don't think I'm discussing people's business. It's an example of people who have money but have no life. She has dementia. She's unable to take care of herself. She has nurses taking care of her. And in so many cases, we see people who have focused on that. Now, I'm not saying having money is a bad thing. I'm saying you need to find a balance.
Right.
So you have health and wellness, and then you have your investments, you have your bills to pay. So money is not the problem. The problem is believing that money will somehow solve all our problems.
Exactly, because the Bible tells us money is not the problem. It's the love of that money that is the problem. Okay? And you know, as Dax mentioned his mom, my mom told me to. She said years ago when she just came to this country and she was working for this white guy who owned this restaurant, and he said to her, do not wait until you retire to say you're going to travel or you're going to take a cruise or you're going to go there. Go now. Live in the present, because you don't know if when you get older, are you going to be able to walk to go to these places? Or are you going to be in a hospital or have dementia like this lady that you're talking about? And lots of older people. And that's the reason when I tell people I don't like the word retirement, they think I'm crazy. I really don't.
You know, when we got started this morning, I was telling you that, you know, I think I'm in a midlife crisis.
Yes.
And I say that not in a, you know, my life is great. In fact, I would have to say of my entire 43 years on this planet, I am in the best place I've ever been in. And I'm conscious about how my choices affect my future.
Right.
So my crisis is not in, I don't know what to do, I'm in such a bad place, but in just a crisis of conscience. What is my responsibility as a human being to myself, and what is my responsibility to the people around me, the people I live with, to my family, to my friends, to my community, to my country, to my world, to the universe, and you keep going and going.
Right.
And I have to share with you that I've been lucky, and I can say I'm in a crisis today because I started so early in having such great
Success.
advice,
Yes.
and great success, and great experiences. I was 17 years old, driving down from Palm Beach County, from Palm Coast.
Palm Coast, yeah, just a little north of Palm Beach, yes.
Yeah. And I was giving a ride to an aunt, a sister of an aunt. So she was an aunt, but I just met her. She actually lived in Trinidad. And I was driving her down, and she was telling me all the places throughout the world that she's been.
Wow.
And I was amazed, and I said to her, I don't know when I'll be able to afford to travel like that, but I hope one day I will. And she gave me the most important advice as it relates to traveling. She said, just book the trip in advance and work towards being able to pay for it.
Right.
And you'll be surprised. You can go anywhere you want to go. And so said, so done. I've been to Japan, to Egypt, to Germany, to Spain,
wow.
The funny thing is, India has been on my list.
Which one? India?
India.
Okay. You haven't been to India yet. I'm surprised.
Why?
Why? Because Vanya, you're with Vanya, so I figured she might have gotten you there.
She will. We're planning it. It's imminent. It's coming around anytime soon.
Okay.
But I'm saying the bottom line is to your audience: travel and don't wait till you can afford it. Don't wait till you retire. If you have to quit your job in order to take a trip that you've planned for, go ahead and do it. Believe me, there will be a job when you come back.
Yeah, and it opens up your mind. Traveling is, to me, just the greatest school on earth, on the planet. Because you learn so much. You learn about people, their culture, food. You meet people on the plane that tell you things that you never knew. I mean, seriously, you really, really do. And you never know what you're going to get when you take a trip to London or Germany or Spain or, Egypt, for instance. I haven't been to Egypt and I really don't want to go, especially now. But, one time I wanted to go to Singapore. Yeah, it's okay. I'm not, it's all right. I'm not going to beat myself up if I don't get there. But if I go, it's okay because I want to see. And not just for me, for your children. You really need to open up that space for your children. All right?
But before you move on, before you open up yourself to travel, before you can experience anything traveling, you have to open your heart.
Yeah.
There are lots of people who travel for business or travel for professionally, and they don't see anywhere. They go check
the hotel.
They go to the meeting. They do what they're supposed to do. They're on the plane the next day and they're gone again. Or they even plan the vacation of their lifetime. But they're so locked into, I have to go here and I have to go here, and they're just on this routine that they're unable to really sit down and enjoy a cup of tea or just stroll down the wrong road and just
find your way back. Yeah, tell me about getting lost. You get lost, yeah, you do get lost.
You can get lost in your own neighborhood. Go take a walk. Go take a walk, go down the road, look around. Don't just be running. I'm going to do my 4 miles today and I got to get to work. And just slow down, step back, open up. Life is going on right now, right where you're at. Look around you, just appreciate all that you have because that's all that there is in life.
Is what you have in front of you is what you have, and you got to be content with it.
That's it.
Yeah, and when you're content with it, I don't know how it happens, why it happens, but blessings just seem to come when you're content and when you love who you are. Blessings come your way. And I'm not saying that in being sarcastic or anything. It is just a fact. When you are at peace with yourself, despite all your problems, because remember now, Dax and I have our own problems, because everybody has problems. But what do you do with those problems? Do you let it affect your entire life? So you get up today and, I can't drink any water because I'm stressed, So what's that going to do for you? You should be drinking the water whether you're stressed or not, right?
Diana, I am. There's a book called The Richest Man in Babylon.
Ah, yes. Know the title, never read it.
Okay. Well, the first piece of advice that the money lender who was so wealthy gave the young man who worked the whole night to find out what is the secret of success to become rich. And he said to him, pay yourself first.
Right.
And the young man looked at him like, what kind of advice is that? Obviously, if I get paid, it's my money, so I'm paying myself first. And he said, no, put aside 10, 20, whatever you can afford. Put aside a percentage to let it work for you, because your money is not yours. In fact, you have to pay the rent or the mortgage, you have to pay the light and buy food and buy clothes and do all of these things. But if you put aside something for yourself, then you'll be fine. And this is the same advice I would give somebody if they're investing in life,
right,
and you want to live a better life, if you want to be healthier, if you want to be more well, happy, peaceful, equanimity, you need to pay attention to yourself. You need to give yourself that time in every hour, just to stop.
Breathe.
Take a breath. Pay attention to your body. That is the tool, the gift that God gave you in order to experience life is your physical body. And He gave you the senses, 6 senses to use in terms of experiencing that body. We know the 5, but it's that 6th sense that gives us that true connection to being at peace, to being at oneness, to be connected with your Creator, God, Jehovah, Allah, whoever that is for yourself. And every religion has that.
Yeah. And
I'm telling you, you can get that right now, that in this moment, just stop. Hold on. I don't need to be stressed. Why am I stressed about anything?
That is so true. Why am I getting upset about this whole government shutdown anyway? What does it do for me? Those guys don't do anything for me, yeah. So it's good advice, Dax. Good advice. I want to talk a little bit about your new website because I saw it. I'm impressed. But you must get me something that I can play when you're on. Because we tried everything to try to get it on that Microsoft multimedia whatever thing. Yeah, we got it there, but we didn't have any sound. So obviously it's not in the right whatever technical blah blah. Yes, oh my God. Because Pavi and I, we believe me, she is really good at this thing, She worked her magic and she got it right on the page that I wanted. So I say, play it. No sound. Oh my God, she was mad.
Don't worry, we're taking care of that. But the challenge that I'm facing is that I'm dealing with technicians who are very committed. They're all experts, I remember I met Paris Hammond one day, and he said to me, "Are you a PERT?" And I said, "What?" He said, "You're a PERT." And I said, "What?" And then he laughed and he said, I have all of these experts.
Yes, are you one of the PERTs?
Because ex-con, ex-husband, ex is not always a good thing to be an ex.
Yes, so, and Jay-Z tells us that he's an ex-crackhead and he's an ex-drug dealer. Hello.
Right. And so we don't, he said he don't want no more ex, he want PERTs.
Okay.
Advice and can give him some support. So I want to just help people to realize that only you can know what's right for you. That today we believe Facebook is one of the best tools that we can use to communicate and share. And we've built this website as a tool to allow us to keep track and register and give the support, because we're moving our model to become more of an online business. Because we've identified that people who do the program who we never meet in person get just as good a result as people who come in and sit with us in the office. And this allows us to know on an international level to deliver a solution to people who are looking for it. If you have been on a diet, if you have been exercising and you haven't been able to lose weight, we have an amazing 21-day protocol to reset, restore and revitalize your digestive system. And you can visit our website at www.RAD, R as in Richard, A as in Apple, D as in Dax, RAD, the number 4, the letter U.com. So it's radforyou.com. And for anybody who is wondering, RAD means reaching another dimension, and we feel that we have to leave this this mundane world and explore a more spiritual identity for ourselves. This is not about being disconnected. This is about being truly connected to your mind, body, and the spirit. That too many of us live in our mind. We're constantly worrying, or we're caught up in our body. What am I going to eat? How do I look? And we need to realize that we're guided by the spirit, and if we connect to our spirit, we can give our body what it needs, give our mind the peace and relaxation that it needs, and enjoy a better quality of life.
All right. So, yes, you have some new products, though, that I see. I was looking through the website that you sent me, and I see you have brand new things there going on. So, if I decide to do a 21-day detox now, I'm getting a whole new protocol. Is that what it is? Or I'm just mixing with some old ones with the new ones?
So the fundamental protocol is there, and it's still there. It's good. It wasn't broken. We didn't need to fix it. However, every individual is different, and we always focus on the individual. That there's no one size fits all. And what would happen is that over time we realized that there was a certain percentage of our clients that were struggling with constipation issues, were struggling with hunger and cravings.
They struggle with hunger? That thing cuts your appetite. I didn't even know that. Really?
For probably about 85% of our clients, the appetite was gone.
Totally, yeah.
Why is that, you said?
Yeah. Why is that there's such a difference, though, with some people and...
Because of the gut flora, that some people may have candida. Some people may have an imbalance in terms of the serotonin production in the digestive system. Some people may have adrenal suppressed. Their adrenal system may have been suppressed. Some people may need more of a lymphatic cleanse and lymphatic support. So again, none of these are medical treatments. These are all natural supplements that support the body to balance itself and restore health and wellness. So the new program offers more options, and we ask more questions because we have a deeper understanding of what the challenges are that people would have in the past are.
Right.
And in fact, I would say it's 100%. The last 3 months, we've been getting 100% success in terms of people who follow the program, and when they identify what their issues are, we then have a solution that works and continues them to feel better and look better and get the results in terms of weight loss and improved digestive function.
Oh, okay. All right. So what are some of the new products that you're introducing into the program so that people will know?
The digestive detox is probably the one that came along first, and it's not that new, but it's certainly new to what we had maybe a year ago.
Okay.
So the digestive detox is new, and it works very well. It's different from the colon flush. So there's one process of just cleansing out the colon and getting rid of everything that's there, and there's another process to stimulate and detox the colon at a deeper level, and the digestive detox does that. Saffron is a flower extract that we've known about for cooking for years, but it also has a very fantastic effect in helping to balance the digestive system, to support the production of good healthy hormones, and to restore, to eliminate cravings that a lot of people had.
Really?
Garcinia is very popular. It's been on, Dr. Oz. It helps the body regulate the sugar and as well as the fat, the production of fat, and how to change it from one to the other. So the medical community says, hey, we know how the body works, and the truth is there's very little. They have a lot of theories, but nature is our best teacher. So we are about returning to nature, about restoring balance in the body and allowing it to heal itself naturally. There is nothing that we do that heals the body. All we do is enroll and gauge the body in its own natural ability to heal itself, giving it the things that it needs, like enough water, like these natural supplements.
Okay, so doing the detox kind of just gets my body back in check. Is that basically what it is? It gets it back in its absolute check. I'm trying to use simple language for those who are watching, because, you know, sometimes people go, what do you mean by that? Get your body back in balance and check. Or checks and balances, right? Because we all have a body, and what I find about a lot of people too is that they don't listen to their own body, and they don't know the signals from their body. If you're feeling a little pain here or a little pain there, or you're not, you know, processing something right, what did I eat? You go back and think, you know.
Dana, let me interrupt you a second there, because you know, I was watching a lady feeding her son. And she wanted to get to eat, and she was not doing anything that is abnormal to what 90% of mothers would do in feeding a child. Right. And she would put the food in his mouth, and he chewed, and he's watching his TV, and the food comes again, and but if you really paid attention, you would realize that there was not enough time for the child to truly chew every morsel completely and swallow. And he was just getting the food in. And within 5 minutes, in about 8 or 9 minutes, the plate of food was finished. And mom was happy she did her job. And the child was happy he had his food. Now he could watch TV in peace. We need to realize that it starts right there. That when a child will be okay, they'll get through that, but the habit has been formed. So now as a teenager, and I told you about this before, that as a young child, when I'm feeding myself, it was, if you don't finish your food, you can't go outside. So I wanted to get that food down because I had to go outside to go play with my friends. And eating quickly became natural. You go to boarding school, if you don't eat your food, somebody else going to eat your food, so you eat your food quickly and get it into the plate. And we go through life with these habits. So when you're saying that people don't pay attention to their body, the dysfunction was created long before their body even started to register it, that they were eating quickly without chewing properly. They've been having gas and indigestion and other things that, you know, the body is doing its best to deal with. And I can tell you as a fact, Alzheimer's, this is going to sound crazy. How could you say something like that? Okay. Alzheimer's is directly related to your water intake. Really?
Okay, let me drink up some more.
Not having enough water, your body stops being thirsty, and you no longer have any interest in water. So even though your body is dying for water, you are not even the signal is not even coming through to your senses that says, I need to drink some water. Wow. And that's the same thing that happens when you're obese, that when you have a dysfunction in the digestive system, the digestive system is cut off from sending you the proper signals, and it's just doing its own thing, trying its best to survive. And one of the ways it does that is to store abnormal body fat in order to hold the toxins, to keep it away from your healthy vital organs, and you get bigger and bigger, and unfortunately unhealthier and unhealthier. And it's not something that you can even be conscious of. The disconnection is in the body. Wow. And in our program, we reset, we restore, and we revitalize the digestive system to start releasing and giving the proper signals that people in the first 3 or 4 days think that they go with faith. But within 10 days, they're like, I can't believe I feel so much better, and I'm recognizing so many of these connections to my body that for years I never felt before. And I'm saying, you, Diana, are in that state of being in touch with your body, but there are hundreds of people who will talk to you who have no clue. They look at you like you're crazy. What are you talking about being in touch with my body? My body tells me I'm hungry and I'm eating.
Okay, I like that, because I'm going to come back to the water thing for a minute, because, you know, in the winter months, people tend not to be as thirsty, so they tend to drink less water when it's cold. And I just simply say, just drink it at room temperature then. If you don't want to drink it cold, you know, just adjust. You have to, I hate routines, and that's one of my problems. I guess that's why it's so easy for me to change, because I like change. I like new things. I like new people around me that are good, because once I find out they're negative, I kick them to the curb. That's just how I am. But I find that people just don't want to change. It's like, okay, I have this health care and I have that health care, or I come from Jamaica and every time I get a break, I'm going to only go to Jamaica. I'll never travel to another country, and I only like Jamaican food. That's all I'm going to eat. You have to be able to open up your heart, as Dax said earlier, to accept and receive change. Yeah? Because if you don't, you're going to have problems. So the water thing and the Alzheimer's thing got me thinking, oh my God, so if I do drink a little more water, it's good for my health actually? Because when we think of dementia and Alzheimer's, same thing, nobody wants to go there, right? So if you can do something as simple as drinking water, why not? You know, and I just find that people just don't like change, because a lot of people will tell you, I don't like water, so I'm not going to drink it.
You know,
they do.
I think that it starts with fear. I think that we are taught to be afraid, that our parents teach us, don't do that, something bad is going to happen. Don't go down that road, you don't know. So the unknown becomes our greatest fear, that we are so afraid of what we don't know, and we're unwilling to try something that we don't have, that somebody else
is telling
us. If somebody who we trust came out and said drinking water is absolutely necessary, then we drink more water. But here's the problem. Somebody like Michelle Obama, who we should trust, comes out and says it, and the idiots
attack her. Who is she?
And I'm saying this is the problem we have. And again, my concern regarding the healthcare law is that there's too many idiots opposing it, and therefore in the long run it's not going to be able to be effective, because there are many agendas that are not in line with health and wellness. The agendas are about politics, about profit, about control, about pharmaceutical industry interests, and not about the individual and their ability to experience health and wellness on a daily basis.
It is Wednesday, Wellness Wednesday with Dax Dunn, and yours truly, Diana White, and we welcome you from around the world and in the United States. We invite you to check out radforyou.com. It's a website that will give you lots of information about the things you need to, like I said, get your body back in check, yeah? And I just simply want you to do that and take a moment to do it, because it's worth your time to do so, yeah? So, and drinking water and breathing, it might sound silly, and it might sound, just as silly as when I say, look in the mirror and say, I love me. My God, when you do it though, it gets you to where you want to be. Because if you're hungry,
the best things in life are free.
Exactly. And if when you're hungry and you drink the water first, you actually say, am I really hungry? I'm not really hungry anymore. So I just continue to do what I was doing. But when you get really hungry, go eat. Like yesterday, I was like hungry all day. I could not have enough food. But I just went, I had a peach, and that quenched me for a minute. And then later on, I drank water, and that quenched me for a little bit. And then later on, I went and I had a piece of ginger, and that, you know what I'm saying? So you just gotta listen, because some days you're feeling a little different than another day. And I'm going, why is my body so hungry today?
I don't want to be a broken record, but I really want to let you know, there are people listening to this who cannot who cannot relate to what you're saying, Diana.
Why?
They are feeling hungry all the
time.
I was here 4.5 years. In 2009, I was 269 pounds. I was really, I considered myself a vegetarian. I ate healthy as far as I was concerned. I drank some water. I didn't drink I didn't drink enough at all. But I thought that I was doing everything I could do. But food from I woke up was on my mind. Not that I ate, but it was always the thought, well, you know, I'm hungry. What am I going to eat? What am I going to eat? You know, and it was from one meal to the next. And I was not satisfied. And it's only after I actually did the program, cleansed my digestive system, and saw the results of the weight loss, that my body was in touch and in tune and able to actually function the way it should. So I'm just appealing to those people looking and feeling Diana is, you know, just saying what she said.
I love meeting.
But number one, love yourself. And if you love yourself, you look into yourself and you'll find the solutions. Number two, believe me, there is a way to be healthy, to not feel trapped and feel stuck and feel totally out of control and disconnected with your body. You can do it, and there are people here to help you to do it. Diana, I want to say congratulations and thank you, because you have made an opportunity for people. So many people have come to us from seeing this program, and we've been able to share with them, and they've been able to share with other people. And again, before I go, I want to tell you, Facebook, in my opinion, is a thing that we should.
Facebook, thank you, Facebook. Love us on Facebook.
Yeah, like us, love us, you know.
Whatever.
And share your feelings, your success story. Tell us about your problems, what's not working for you. And believe me, somebody else might be able to relate to the challenges you're facing and may be able to offer a ear, a comfort, and just a solution for you. But we as a community, starting with I and me, loving yourself, it's not selfish. It's not selfish at all. It's what God wants you to do. Because when you love yourself, you realize how blessed you are, how much you have to give. And then the next thing you can do after you love yourself is give your time, give your energy, give your money if you want. But it's not. We don't need money. First, we need time and energy. We need consciousness.
Yes.
And then we can all start to enjoy and appreciate what we have with the people who we love and enjoy our ultimate life.
All right. Okay. Dax Dunn joining me for Wellness Wednesday. We thank you so much for your time and your efforts to try to get people just simply, wellness is a good thing, okay? Wellness is a good thing. If you need insurance and you need Obamacare, I must give you the joke before you go, though. Someone last night was saying, they were asked, do you like Obamacare or do you like the Affordable Care Act? They say, I like the Affordable Care Act. And they go, why don't you like Obamacare? Because it needs to be revamped and repealed. Hello, stupid. It's the same thing. Alrighty? Please stop allowing politicians to lie to you. Seriously. Oh my gosh. And if I was watching the tweak on my thing here, a whole lot of people were watching us just now. Because my thing was raising hell here. So, because I have a meter here that tells me a lot of people are watching or a lot of people are not watching, or, you know, so it went crazy just now. So I just want to let you know.
Well, you know, I think that we have a voice and we are able to express ourselves. We're not the voice of wisdom. We don't speak for everybody.
No.
Is speak to everybody who is feeling what we're feeling, that deep down inside themselves they're asking themselves the question, is this it? Is this all that life
is? Yeah, you know, is this it?
is my only alternative to run back to Jamaica to deal with the gunman them and all kind of stuff down there? Or can I stay in America, find people who understand, to buy the food and have a community and really be able to experience a superior quality of life? Because we have the consciousness to know that we are the life. We don't need no representative. And by the way, we have great representation. I'm not talking about cutting yourself off from the world. I'm talking about connecting with yourself and bringing something to the world.
Alrighty. Okay, Dax, you have a blessed day and take care, and we'll do this all again next Wednesday. Hopefully you don't have any emergencies. Because we really miss you when you're not here on a Wednesday, okay?
And I love it. I love it. So until next time, be well, live well, and stay well. And if you're looking for the solution in terms of weight loss and taking charge of your health, I definitely, with all my heart, our 21-day detox works. It's not about making some money. It's about giving people the solution. So you can check us out at www.rad4u.com. You know, I just popped in my head, Tessan Chin. How we never talk about that?
What is that?
You don't know about Tessan Chin?
No! Can we say that for next week?
And she was on The Voice, and she did so well. I'm so proud of her. I am so proud of my country.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't watch those shows. I'm sorry.
You need to check it out. It's on NBC, The Voice.
The Voice, yeah.
She's being coached by Adam Levine, and I think that she's gonna do fantastic. So,
well, congratulations from me. I really don't watch those shows. I'm a news junkie. I'm always watching Rachel Maddow and Chris Matthews and Ed Schultz.
After you finish all your work, check it out. It will be a treat. Tessan Chin blew the audience, blew the judges away, and made Jamaicans proud.
Wow.
We want to acknowledge her. So thanks. Thank you, Diana.
Okay.
To you, and I love you. I'll catch up with you next week.
Okay, all right. Thanks, Dax. And we're going to take a little break here and come back in just a moment. I didn't know about that. Hello, everyone. It doesn't matter who you are, how rich you are, how poor you are. But there has to be a point in your life, and you will come to that point, where you have to take someone you love to the hospital. But have you ever considered that you could take that loved one, in my case, my only child, to the hospital in a normal state, and then you leave 5 months later, brain damaged, in a wheelchair, without your senses? This is my true story. Deadly Negligence, the book. Available on Amazon and at my website, dianawrighttv.webs.com. I'm asking you today to get a copy. Support my story. Let us get this out there, because this story will captivate you. It will shock you. It will give you hope. It will increase your faith and make you believe in miracles again. Thank you for picking up your copy today. And just in case you know Oprah Winfrey or Tyler Perry or Mr. Levinson, let them know this is worth a movie. Thank you. Get your copy today. Okay, alrighty, yes, we are back with you as long as our feed decides to fade back in. And we're here. Okay, why am I not fading back in? Okay, I guess my signal is just a little slow today, so we will just continue. And here we are, we're back. Because you see, there's a little delay when the signal comes from the board as opposed to my being live with you. So, that's all in the game. But, hey, I'm learning, and it's technical, and it's wonderful, and it's always good to learn something new every day. So, don't forget, if you need the Affordable Care Act, Go on and find out about it. Don't allow anyone to just be telling you. If you don't know anything about doing the computers, go and seek help. And I gather when you call the number, you actually get a live person to help you. And if there were no glitches, that means there would be nobody on there trying to get help. So we should be thankful for the glitches because the system crashed. So many people were interested. What's wrong with that? Republicans, I plead with you today, each and every one of you Republicans, Tea Party Republicans, regular Republicans, Democrats, everybody, love yourselves, because if you love yourselves, you cannot continue to hate President Hussein Barack Obama. Barack Hussein Obama, you can't hate him if you love yourself. How can you hate people when you love you? And you're bringing love to you and you're talking about you're a Christian and you're conservative. How can you be a conservative Christian and you have an absolute of always being obsessed with killing the poor, women's vajayjay? And by the way, part of what they were trying to do is take away health benefits from women in that bill. Wow. When do we change? And when you go to church on Sunday, whether you're a Tea Party Republican or you are a regular Republican or you're a moderate Republican or you're a Democrat or an independent, you must think about those who cannot help themselves. So what are you going to do? How are you going to deal with this? And I must remind you before I go that October 5, yes, this Saturday, is the white fundraising event being thrown by Save a Life Jamaica Foundation. Please join us. It will be a great occasion. Yeah. So if you love something, set it free. If it comes back, it's yours. If it doesn't, it was never yours. Thank you so much for joining me today from around the world and in the United States. We hope that we gave you something to make you a better person, feel better about yourself, loving yourself, and being who God made you to be. Give love and not hate. Take away the envy and the jealousy, and you will become a better you. Thank you so much for joining me today, and be blessed and have a great day. See you here tomorrow, same time, same place. Judith from People 490 will join me tomorrow. It's Thursday already? Yes. She'll join me tomorrow morning, and we'll talk about careers. The manners you need to take with you to an interview. We'll discuss that tomorrow. So join me, and thank you so much. Have a blessed day.